The lovers of Brahman ask, what is the source of this universe? What is Brahman? From where do we come? By what power do we live? Where do we find rest? Who rules over our joys and sorrows, O seers of Brahman? Shall we think of time, or of the own nature of things, or of the law of necessity, or of chance, or of the elements, or of the power of creation of woman or man? Not a union of these, for above them is a soul who thinks, but our soul is under the power of pleasure and pain. By the yoga of meditation and contemplation, the wise saw the power of God hidden in his own creation. It is he who rules over all the sources of this universe, from time to the soul of man. And they saw the wheel of his power, made of one circle, 3 layers, 16 parts, 50 spokes, 20 counter spokes, 6 groups of 8, 3 paths, 1 rope of innumerable strands, and the great illusion, 3 layers, the 3 constituents of nature, light, fire, and darkness, 16 parts or segments of the rim of the wheel, the 5 elements. 5 means to know, 5 means to do, and the mind, 50 spokes, 50 states of consciousness, is taught in the Sankhya wisdom. 5 kinds of error, 28 of weakness, 9 of joy, and 8 of achievement. 20 counter spokes, 10 senses and their 10 objects. Six groups of 8, forms of nature, constituents of the body, powers of yoga, modes of feeling, gods and virtues, 3 paths, the yoga of light, of love, and of life. 1 rope of innumerable strands, desire of innumerable forms, the great illusion, the illusion which sees the one as 2. They also saw the river of life impetuously rushing with the 5 streams of sense feelings which come from 5 sources, the 5 elements. Its waves are moved by 5 breathing winds, and its origin is a 5-fold mountain of consciousness. This river has 5 whirlpools and violent waves of 5 sorrows. It has 5 stages of pain and 5 dangerous windings and turnings. In this vast wheel of creation, wherein all things live and die, wanders round the human soul like a swan in restless flying, and she thinks that God is afar. But when the love of God comes down upon her, then she finds her own immortal life. Exalted in songs has been Brahman. In him are God and the world and the soul, and he is imperishable, the imperishable supporter of all. When the seers of Brahman see him in creation, they find peace in Brahman and are free from all sorrows. God upholds the oneness of this universe, the seen and the unseen, the transient and the eternal. The soul of man is bound by pleasure and pain, but when she sees God, she is free from all fetters. There is the soul of man with wisdom and unwisdom, power and powerlessness. There is nature, prakriti, which is creation for the sake of the soul, and there is God, infinite, omnipresent, who watches the work of creation. When a man knows the 3, he knows Brahman. Matter and time passes away, but God is forever in eternity, and he rules both matter and soul. By meditation on him, by contemplation of him, and by communion with him, there comes in the end the destruction of earthly delusion. When a man knows God, he is free. His sorrows have an end, and birth and death are no more. When in inner union he is beyond the world of the body, then the third world, the world of the spirit, is found, where the power of the all is, and man has all, for he is one with the one. Know that Brahman is forever in three, and nothing higher is there to be known. When one sees God and the world and the soul, one sees the three, one sees Brahman. Even as fire is not seen in wood, and yet by power it comes to light as fire, so Brahman in the universe and in the soul is revealed by the power of Om. The soul is the wood below that can burn and be fire, and Om is the whirling friction rod above. Prayer is the power that makes Om turn round, and then the mystery of God comes to light. God is found in the soul when sought with truth and self-sacrifice, as fire is found in wood, water in hidden springs, cream in milk, and oil in the oil fruit. There is a spirit who is hidden in all things, as cream is hidden in milk, and who is the source of self-knowledge and self-sacrifice. This is Brahman, the Spirit Supreme. This is Brahman, the Spirit Supreme.